CP the artist is in the house. Let's talk about a couple of topics that's been going on. One, the J. Cole thing, you know what I'm saying? My brother, he let down us light skinned people, so us light skinned brothers, very badly, and I need to talk about it and represent my people a lot more better than he did. And the Fresh and Fit debacle. Apparently, Walter P got alleged, I gotta use that word carefully, alleged Chinese escort pregnant, and we need to get into it. But first, thank you for coming. Hopefully you like and subscribe to the channel. Please share the content. With that said, let's get into our first topic. Jermaine Cole. So, J. Cole responded to Kendrick Lamar's diss song with Future with 7-minute drill. The song was probably, I don't know, 3 minutes, something like that. It was all right. It was a light jab when I first heard it. A few days later, he decides to go up in front of his fans at Dreamville concert and basically apologize for being dissed and standing up for himself. Now, I know there's a saying that when someone slaps you on the cheek, turn the other cheek. Well, people don't understand that that saying means that when you slap someone with the front part of your hand and you give them the other cheek, you can't slap them with the palm of your hand anymore. You have to back slap them. And back in that day, it meant that you were equal. You were showing that you guys were equal to each other. Now, what does that have to do with this? J. Cole, for the last umpteen years, since he started as a prolific rapper, one of my favorite rappers, once I first heard him, talked about how dope he was, how he could body anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I go back, to his mixtape days. The dude was very braggadocious. He knew what time it is when it came to this hip hop thing. The dude is not a spring chicken. So, to me, when people want to argue that, oh, he's showing maturity and so forth and so on, for what? None of his bars were disrespectful to Kendrick and his family, Kendrick as a man. There was no low blows. Everybody that is a fan of battles in hip hop, we know that this was a soft diss. Now people are saying, oh, this is what he's saying. He's, we're going to regret. No. First of all, J. Cole said to the world that he is numero uno. For years, he said that he has bodied features. We can play some lyrics. But if you are so braggadocious talking about yourself and putting other people down, where was that same energy then? You know what I'm saying? Where was that same energy then that it is now that you are up against a haymaker, a Kendrick Lamar? There's no excuse for it. So I don't want to hear, oh, it didn't sit with his stomach and this and that and so forth and so on. No, I don't want to hear that. Because for years you've been putting down rappers. J. Cole. Oh, I should say Jermaine. For years. Maybe you're not by name, but you were basically putting down people. Hip hop is a competition sport. And if you didn't want to be in this competition, then go sing R&B. But even R&B singers, they have also gotten to beefs and they have not apologized. There are women rappers, Jermaine, that have been through diss tracks and so forth and so on, and nobody apologized for anything. Furthermore, Mr. Jermaine, you robbed us of a classic moment. We were not looking for blood and street, violence or anything like that. We were looking for 2, 3, 4 of the best going back and forth, with classic rhymes, you know what I'm saying, and sparring. And we knew that based off of who you and Kendrick are, and even Drake, that this would have never went to the streets. Not even close to getting to the streets. So we were looking for lyricism and marksmanship and showmanship. I'm disappointed as a light-skinned brother. Jermaine, it's not too late to go to R&B. You really fell off. I think if your fall off album is not a classic, then I'm telling you right now, it's going to be years before you come back to the fold of hip hop with any credibility. And and listen, people who are defending Mr. Jermaine Cole, I think those are the same people who appreciate participation awards for kids. Those people, more liberal speaking, are, in my opinion, not the people that even view hip hop as anything. And I can't wait for Kendrick Lamar's response to you. And I hope you live to regret that you apologize for being soft. So Fresh and Fit. Another controversy with Fresh and Fit. Apparently, Walter got a girl pregnant. She went on blast. Said she's not getting rid of it. She recorded their voice conversation. Apparently last night, Myron, part of Fresh and Fit, decided to make things worse by trying to defend his brother, who is now off the show and with lawyers. I'm going to get to that in a second. But let's talk about this, right? So, with the alleged quote-unquote escort that he got pregnant, it proves the fact that Fresh and Fit need to be defunded. All you members that come on my freaking platform and diss me, call me a couple of words like simp, you are the biggest simp. Look, I'll be honest. I've dated escorts. Not that I knew that they were escorts, but I eventually found out that they were escorts. Fresh and Fit have interviewed thousands of women for the last 3 or 4 years that they've had a show. How would they not know that the woman that he was having unprotected sex with was not part of the alleged escort game? Now, she says she's not one, but here's the thing. When you hand over a woman a $30,000 bracelet and you are not a handsome-looking dude, it tells me that by her actions, she was only with him for the money. There could have been, because the escorts that I know, see, an escort and a prostitute are two different things, believe it or not, even though it's still quote-unquote prostitution. Escort, she has sex for money just like a prostitute. But escort is looking for one of those sugar daddies, those tricks, to be her man. But with time, you end up finding these things out. Like, okay, she doesn't really have a 9-to-5 job. She has a luxury car. She has a big house with a job that, quote unquote, you don't think she could afford any of it. She's a good looking gal. She got a lot of free time on her hands. She does a lot of traveling. Now, let's get back to Myron. This idiot gets on the live alone because this is a legal procedure. And you ask why would lawyers get involved? And Walter is not saying anything. This is why I believe they both know that she's an escort. For some reason, Myron decides to expose her as an escort to discredit her claims and so forth and so on. But when 2 months ago, a Redditor came up on their show and told him that Walter Weeks, was tricking on a Chinese escort, alleged Chinese escort. But they defended her. The same girl that they are now admitting is a alleged escort.
Because this one is I like this one.
No, it didn't.
Bro,
You didn't expose anything, bro.
Like, so this is your
Can I
proof.
move on to the next point?
Your evidence is, yo, I saw pictures of her on an escort site where people clearly stole her photos and put her there. Bro, she's fucking Miss China, dude.
Yep.
Like, people are going to use her photo.
Promiscuous. No, Myron,
Hold on, dude. Hold on. I'm cool. She has top photos. So what? She's not Fresh's wife. He's just fucking her and hanging out with her. It is what it is. He's dating her casually. So who cares if she has top photos? He's not wifing her, bro. Real Daisy Chen. They don't know Jin Chen, but I know Jin Chen. And I'm going to make you guys very familiar with her as well. We're all going to know Jin Chen when this is done.
That means you are not willing to pay.
I would like to pleasure you all in for like an hour or so. It's not just me fucking. But yeah, usually I'll be for 2, 3, 4 hours.
Non-stop?
We spoke for maybe 30 minutes, relax, look at it, and then...
I cannot stay for 2 extra hours.
They want to tell us that she fooled them, she fooled him into whatever, but it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. If 2 months ago, Redditors knew that she was an escort, and you guys claimed that she wasn't, that's on you. Walter Weeks, part of Fresh and Fit, is not a victim. He is a volunteer. As a man that has no problem getting women, it's clear that man has a problem getting women without tricking and paying for it. Matter of fact, I'm going to say both of them do. According to my sources in Miami, Florida, Brickell, that they do have girlfriends. I believe it's a pay-to-play type of situation, as we can all expect. It is a pay-to-play situation. Because those two lames, we all know, all men that know women know that they don't have girlfriends unless they're paying. In my opinion, these guys are frauds. And I believe that if you are a Fresh and Fit supporter, it is time to defund Fresh and Fit. They are lying into your faces about female nature when time and time again, let's not forget Myron, who admitted, right? He went unprotected with a OnlyFans girl. He told a woman that she couldn't come on the show unless he had sex with her. And now Fresh, who has all this knowledge about women, is caught again simping. Now, Myron, did all this talk about she's an alleged escort. Okay? And particularly funny to me that I noticed is that, Fresh was not on the show. This is what I believe. The reason why he got lawyered up is, number one, Fresh knows that he might be in trouble for sex trafficking. If there's proof that he knew she was an escort and there will be a money trail for her cooperation in sex, which I believe happened, he could be in trouble. That's why he's lawyered up. That's why he wasn't on the show. That's why he really can't really say anything. How is this? Why do you need lawyers for a baby that's not even born yet? And if and since 2 months ago, Redditors found out that she is an escort, that just even gives further clearance that her online footprint is showing that she was an escort, and Fresh and Fit was just lying about it all this freaking time. And of course she's gonna lie about it. Now you're saying, it just proves that, she's a... No, yeah. But here's the thing though, guys. If you are interviewing thousands upon thousands of women who are already in this industry and you have unprotected sex with them, you have nobody to blame but yourself. Period. Take it from a guy that knows women, that understands women better than these two idiots. If you had any suspicion, why were you going unprotected sex with that type of woman when you have thousands, when you've seen thousands of women on your platform in Miami, and all you talk about is women's nature, right? And you still went unprotected? You are not a victim. You are a volunteer. And then you're buying her, gifts. And let's stop it. And let's look at this too. You made her your girl because you invited her and met your parents? Really? He's a simp. Plain and simple. He is a simp. He knew what was going on and he still fell for it. The evidence is there. The Redditors are right. It's time to defund Fresh and Fit. Plain and simple. How many times you idiots are going to freaking defend these guys? Do me a favor. Instead of sending them super chats, send them here. cptheartist. That's my Cash App. Forget them losers. Defund Fresh and Fit. We all know that Fresh and Fit are not good with women, y'all. And I hate beating a dead horse, but it is what it is. But there's a lot of other people you could learn from. Pick up like the Ways of the Superior Man by David Dita. Trust me, you can't go wrong with that book. That's one of my favorite books of all time. Master yourself, master women, good women, and understand how good women work. I think the thing is that these guys are so absent of game, but they preach what they preach is because they have losers that believe in what they believe in, that just perpetrate a belief system that all women are evil. The thing is that they just can't find good women. They have to pay for good-looking women that are in the sex industry, escorts, and so forth and so on, in order to get a little bit of attention. So we need to just dead all that and understand that, you know what, it's over. It's time to defund those idiots and call it a day. Oh, here's a topic I wanted to talk about. In New York City, there was a Versace store that opened up. I don't know what this Versace store was about. They had to close early. There were like a small little, riot that happened, and it was a Versace sample store in Chelsea, New York. And apparently, a whole bunch of idiots, mostly our people, black people, were in line wrapped around the building trying to get into this Versace sample store. When I look at people in line, I looked at their clothes and everything like that, and they look very poor, if I might say so myself. The problem that we have in our community, unfortunately, is that we have too many broke people trying to look rich to impress other broke people. We have to start thinking about investments. We have to start thinking about making our future more brighter than what we have on. Buying luxury designer items like cars and clothes and bags and all this stuff is a defeat in your future. Those $3,000 bags, $1,000, pants, and $1,200 shoes, those are investments that you are wasting. You are paying rent and you are buying luxury items trying to look rich. How does that make sense when rich people do not even buy Versace clothes or whatever because they know what investments look like? I didn't see any rich looking people in that freaking line in that Versace store. It looked like a bunch of poor people, the way they were dressed. I'm sorry, right? Going in there, probably charging up their credit card on stuff they don't even freaking own. It's a trap. Gotta get out this mental bondage of luxury that we are perpetrating like it is a status symbol. It's okay to have clean things, whatever, but you can get clean things and look nice on a freaking budget. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Invest in things. Invest in things that's going to turn around your life in a couple of years. Investments, you can't invest in items are perishable. Sneakers are perishable. Freaking clothes are perishable. Handbags are perishable. They will break eventually. And yeah, you could go try to sell them and resell and so forth and so on. But guess what? Go get some property. Stop buying luxury vehicles that you can't afford also. Because that's a terrible investment of your time. Terrible investment on your pockets. Got to do better. We got to work harder for our future, not for our present. Just to have temporary gratification and all other stuff. It's silly. It's stupid. All right, y'all. CP the Artist, please like and subscribe. I appreciate y'all time. This was my mini blog, my mini pod. I appreciate y'all. Please like and subscribe.